And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your
We are the last Americans. We are the last Americans. We are the last Americans.
Yo. Woo! Yeah. What's going on, dudes?
What's up, everybody?
I am full. My belly is full with Indian food.
Oh, no. You got some Indian food.
Yeah. And what's even worse is white people made it. Okay. So there's some problems with it.
Some appropriation on that.
Yeah.
Where the hell do you get Indian
appropriation.
food in Longview?
Dude, my wife and I have mastered making Indian food.
Oh, you made it.
Albeit
You mastered?
the sauce is from a jar. Okay. For like the chicken.
Okay.
All right. So I blend together 2 jars and it's phenomenal.
Okay.
Got some coconut curry and, you got some tiki masala.
Okay.
But, my wife has mastered making naan.
Oh,
you know the bread?
Yeah, for sure.
Naan?
Yeah, dude.
Naan.
Yeah.
It's like pita, kind of. And
Kinda
it's
like a
in
pita
the
bread.
realm of a pita bread. If you're just looking for like a comparison, it's similar to that.
I've never heard of naan.
Naan. That's what it is. Naan. Yep.
Na.
Yep. That's what it is.
We get jiggy with it, dude. We get jiggy with that frickin' Indian food.
Okay.
Dude, I've never
and
been.
My kids love it.
Never been an Indian food fan. I got to be honest with you.
I don't know.
I know, dude. I know. I remember like we went out one day when I lived up in Seattle.
Yeah.
And I took you to this place. I'm like, dude, you're going to fucking love this place. This place is so awesome.
Yeah.
Till this day, that's like the best Indian food I've ever had. But you were just like, I think you took a couple bites and you're like, dude, I'm not feeling it.
No, listen. It's certainly not a dig to the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? By any means, I'm sure it's great. It's just I'm not like a big sauce guy. Like I'm just not.
Yeah.
Like I don't like my chicken just smothered in like fucking sauces. And that's
Okay.
all Indian
All right.
food is. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, and it's also like I don't do well with spices. Like real. Like,
I get you.
And man, some of that Indian food is. It's
got a lot of curry. It's got a lot of musk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I definitely. Ooh, yeah, I stink, dude.
You
I'm
sweat it
pretty
out?
ripe.
Yeah, you're gonna sweat it all out.
No, it's just in my clothes.
Oh, I feel like you
Yeah.
smell like Indian food after you eat it. Like you just like permeates out of your body.
Isn't that kind of like everything, though?
Indian food's I
Yeah.
think it's just another level.
The
You know what I mean?
garlic. Well, I don't think there's garlic in Indian food. I mean, there's like onion for sure. I mean, there's definitely some onion going on.
That curry is just it hits you in the nostrils. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've ever had Indian food.
I'd be curious
Wow.
if you would. I
Dang,
would actually
Chris.
be curious if you would like it. Honestly, like it's 50-50 if you would.
Like, I've always gone like Chinese food or like teriyaki food, or I don't know if I've ever had Indian food.
yeah, it's.
Dude, I'm looking it up right now. Indian food around you guys.
Oh, I'm sure there's some here. I'd be curious.
maybe.
I'd be curious. I definitely would be curious because you like saucy kind of shit. You like
Yeah.
sauces.
Because that's my thing. Like when I eat like spaghetti,
Mhm.
I eat a lot of the meatball and the sauce and a little bit of the pasta. You know what I mean? Because I'm not a pasta guy,
yeah.
but I like the sauce and the meat.
So your ratio is like what 70-30 sauce
Yeah.
to meat.
At least.
See,
Like
I like
70% sauce.
yeah. That's
No, I don't like it that much. I mean, I like sauce, but there also needs to be a substantial amount of meat there.
Yeah, I'm probably the reverse.
I'm like
Honestly,
60-40.
60-40.
Dude, it looks like you guys have some excellent top-notch Indian food places in Houston, Texas.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, probably.
I'm sure.
I mean, there's
I
every
mean-
kind of food around here.
We'll have to go one of these days. We'll go film it.
Yeah.
I want to film Chris trying his first.
And it's good because you can order a lot of dishes and they come in separate little bowls so you can like share. You know what I mean? It's good for going out with a lot of people.
It's like Chinese food. You know what I mean? Like when you just get
Oh,
like
yeah.
a bunch of different style things and then you're just sharing it with the whole group.
Yeah,
Just
you get some
spooning it
like
out.
orange chicken. You get some
Dude.
Szechuan chicken.
Szechuan.
You get some fried
Some
rice.
General Tso.
You get some General Tso chicken.
General Tso chicken. Dude. Yeah.
No more
anyways.
and then.
Yeah, before we get rolling, dude, I wanted to say, give a shout out to D and Megan and Jared.
Oh.
And the Whiskey Shaman, bro. I got to hang out with them on Saturday, and it was a blast. It was really a lot of fun. They were doing their whiskey tasting. D, I don't know if it was D or Megan and Jared, but they set it up, and then they had some of their friends over, and Whiskey was doing his thing, and they asked me to.
Well, let's set it up. Whiskey Shaman, that's his deal, right? He goes around and he's like a connoisseur for whiskey, and he will present, he'll bring samples, and he'll tell you all about
it was so fun.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
It's like what he did on our show back when we were part of My American.
Yeah, that's what it was. And he brought some new ones. I think there was one that we had tried. The rest of them I had not tried before. But no, it was a lot of fun, man. And we surprised him. He didn't know I was coming. So me and the wife showed up, and it was a long drive going to Austin. You know, it's like 3 hours, but we got to hang out for, three or so hours roughly. And it was really cool, man. I was just happy to see him, happy to see Dee and Megan and Jared meet some new people. And what was really cool about it is they had the video. And I know, Greg, you were on there, but a lot of our listeners, the OG listeners, made little clips for Whiskey. He's going through the cancer stuff right now. And they had a card, which we signed. And then so we watched the video. They surprised him with that video at the house there.
Yep.
And it hit him in the old feels, bro. And it hit me in the feels too. I got to be honest with you. I was watching. I was just like, fuck.
It hit him in the one nut, dude.
Banielson.
No, it hit him.
Jesus, man. Banielson's clip. Dude, it's so Banielson and Nicole. It was awesome.
Just like hammered.
No,
hey guys, you're going to fucking make this shit.
It was at
Look at that.
concert, I think. It was at like when they had the.
That's what I'm saying. Like they were at a concert drinking some freaking, not Bud Light.
But no,
okay.
It was, dude, I actually, I mean, I definitely choked up.
says in the chat that he was hammered.
I'm sure. And he dropped the phone, and then like it was chaos. But no, it was actually, I had not seen it, and I definitely brought a tear to my eye because it was just really cool to see everybody wishing somebody well that they've never even met in person. You know what I mean? Really, a lot of them haven't.
Oh, yeah.
And so just the support and the love that we have in the group here is really fantastic. And I think he really appreciated it. I don't want to speak for anybody else, but him, I don't want to speak for him, but I definitely thought it was amazing, and we had a great time. He's really good at what he does. If you guys ever are looking for somebody that can let you taste some whiskeys and tell you all about it, hit Whiskey Shaman up, man. He's fucking awesome at it. So super happy. That was actually a highlight of my weekend. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. So that's that. I wish I could have spent more time.
I was working.
Yeah, you were.
So couldn't make it. Sorry.
Chris had some packages to deliver. Okay?
Yeah, he sends his love though. He did say to tell you guys that he loves you and fucking misses you guys, and so did everybody else. So yeah, I mean, I wish everybody could have came, but there will be other times, right?
Yeah,
There'll be other times.
I wish I could have been there, dude. Like, because that video, and I mean, it was sent to me by Danielson. He's like, hey, I don't know if you guys want to get in on this and stuff, and I was like, dang, dude, that's, with the music and everybody's just like cheering him on and being like, you can make it through this. It is like an emotional video, and he watched it. I was like,
it's positive reinforcement, man. I think everybody needs that. Like when you're going through something tough like that. And like I said, everybody's words were great, and it was just nice. It was really, really nice. And I can't thank our listeners enough for just being awesome. For doing something like that is really, really awesome. So it's cool. It's cool. So that made my weekend. I like I said, I wish you guys were there, but I'm glad I got to go give him a big old hug, dude. Couple big hugs, and he's getting ready to start some treatment here pretty soon. So
hug and tug.
Well,
did you tug him out?
Yeah, dude, I tried. I really tried. I
don't think they allow that before you go in for treatment.
Yeah, I think they say like you can't come for like 48 hours or something.
Yeah,
but he's got some
true.
time. He had plenty of time. If it was 48 hours, I think he's got like a couple weeks or something. But
could have been a good tug.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. So, anyways, what's new with you guys? What's happening? What you guys thinking about? What's on your mind?
The Christmas decorations are up at my house.
They are.
Oh yeah, at Dave and Jill's house too.
They are.
We haven't got that.
Oh
far
yeah,
yet.
You guys did it?
Yeah, we did.
Hell yeah! Welcome to the club.
I don't know if I want to make this a tradition, but
why?
I just don't like it this early. I got really into it.
Ours would be going up now. We don't have any.
Oh,
like we have to get all new shit.
Yeah, we're not fully done. Like we got to do the outside of the house. We got to get some lights for outside. I'm going to do that this year. But we got everything out, like out of the boxes, figured out what we have. Try to figure out how we were going to set everything up. And my wife did an awesome job. And we went shopping, bought a bunch of shit that we needed.
Yeah.
Do you have a fake tree?
Yeah.
You're doing? Oh, yeah. It's the way to go, bro.
Yeah, we got the big
I mean,
one.
I love the real tree. Same with you. I know you love the real tree, going down, cutting it down, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's such a mess and pain in the ass.
I don't really care about the mess. I just don't know if there's even that around here.
I don't think there is.
So,
Probably not.
Yeah,
it's not even really an
Not
option anymore.
those trees, like what we're used to at least. So it's fine, dude. It's one of those things that like traditionally I don't like want to let that go. You know, like I never wanted to like let go like us going there, even though it was a pain in the ass. Like that's a huge part of Christmas, right? You take the family, you find that special tree that like you love, and but you're right, it gets dried out and makes a fucking mess everywhere.
Will those trees? Will Christmas trees grow down here?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't think so, dude.
No?
I think it's a little too humid.
I don't know if though. Yeah, they probably use other trees, like some other kind of tree, or they ship them in. I have no idea.
Probably ship them in.
No idea.
That's what they do in like California and stuff. A lot of those like tree farms you go to, they're like shipped in from the Northwest.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's just not for me. Like doing it this early. I'm like, my wife really wanted to, and I get it. Like it's her first year. We're trying to figure out what we need. And her parents are actually coming around Thanksgiving. So she wanted to have everything up for them.
Oh yeah.
And so I get it. But like, I still would rather do it like at Thanksgiving.
Right now would usually be the time where we're slowly breaking stuff out.
Yeah. Okay.
Like we'll put up some things and then later we'll put up some more things. And then like around Thanksgiving, the lights go up on the house.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I listened to the radio today and they were making fun of people that did it. And I was like, damn it.
Of course. Is like that. It's one of those things where people like either absolutely hate it or they absolutely love it. You can't just be in between and be like, I'll try it. Okay.
Christmas time just puts you in such a good mood.
It does.
It does.
But there's a point where it's like, come on, man. Like we're real early. And I think what the radio was saying,
it's a good time to need something to put you in a good mood.
Sure. But they were saying, and I agree with them. They were saying, hey, if you like decorate the outside of your house, like you get your lights up, you're starting to do that. Like that makes sense. Like, because, that's a bigger chore and, you can just get them up. You don't have to
leave them off.
Yeah, you could leave them off, but they're like, if you're putting your tree up right now, like you're a dummy. Like, and I was like, damn it, I am a dummy. I'm a fucking dummy. But we did. We got them up. It looks cute. The house looks great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get it. I think it's more of a girl thing. I got to be honest with you.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I freaking love like the Christmas decorations are my thing, dude. Like I'll decorate the the up like the little rafter things in our kitchen. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because we have like these like cabinets where you can put shit on top of them. So I'll get up there and I'll have to like think about like what I'm going to do. I'll be like, oh, should I put the snowman over on this corner or should I? And then a Santa Claus behind him.
Yeah, there's like a plan to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, when I was, so right now I'm already starting the renovation stuff with the house. So I'm like kind of rebuilding the cabinets in the kitchen. Not rebuilding, but like adding on to them.
You're adding to it. Yep.
And I built the frame up and then I was like, looked at Ash and I was like, what if we put like a Christmas train that ran through this?
Oh God.
And then we could come around the corner and we could cut and have it go under the stairs and come out on the other side of the pantry and then just do a circle through the kitchen and the walls.
I feel like
dude, you're going to keep the tradition. You're going to keep the tradition from your old house.
That's what I'm saying. He's haunted by the train from his old house. He feels like it's
haunted,
necessary.
more
I
like blessed.
I never got to use it.
I know, but
like,
I'm saying
it was such an elaborate system that somebody built.
Yeah.
And it was so beyond repair. It was sad how fucked up it was. And it went
outside and everything.
Yeah, it went through the foundation, tunneled under the yard, came out in the woods behind the garage, circled around, had two other entrances that came into the basement, and went out into the front yard. I'm like, where did this originally go?
Yeah, it's weird.
I wish I could have seen it.
I mean, it's awesome and weird as fuck. It's super it's super weird, bro.
How did he like take care of the train if it shuts down in the middle like of his foundation?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's in the dark.
I don't know.
This guy didn't have a shutdown. Clearly, he went through all this trouble. This man was a train expertise. You know what I'm saying? He knew what he was doing. My thing is if you were to rebuild that, like had you been at your old house and you're like, we're gonna renovate this thing, dude. We're gonna make this. You would have turned it on, and it would just go into a tunnel, and you'd be like, Okay.
Hope
and
it
then
comes out.
and then 10 minutes later, you're like, oh, here it comes. And then it goes by and you're like, okay. And then I feel like after about a month, you would just forget that it existed.
No, because I feel like, especially when you have kids, when you have something like that and it goes into a tunnel, they know where the tunnel comes out. So they're going to run over and wait for it to come out.
Maybe. But see, if it went through your house, that would be one thing. But like being in your like little cellar basement was like kind of in a weird spot. You know what I mean? If it was going through your house.
It was built in a situation where that guy went into his little lair and didn't come out for a while.
Yeah, his wife banished him in there.
Like she didn't even have to banish him. He just went there.
He just went.
That's where he would go to get away from the wife.
Yeah, that's true.
He'd just run his train.
I need my train time.
Fuck you. I'm going to go fix my train.
Yeah. I'll go work on the train, honey.
It's like, where's Dennis? He's in the basement with his trains. He's just down there with his fucking magnifying glass lens.
He's down in the basement with his toys.
I thought it would be like a home improvement, like train time Travis.
But that thing in my old house, like that took some fucking planning.
It did take a lot
because
of work.
he stopped the builders halfway through building the foundation to build this train.
Or did he just dig it out? Like afterwards,
the foundation, the tunnels were built like it was a tunnel, like an actual tunnel. The foundation was built like that.
I mean, good for him. Good for him. It's not a selling point. You know what I mean? Like for some people, if it was complete, maybe, but that's not going to raise. You know what I mean? Like somebody would be like, "Oh, that's pretty cool," But if it went through the house, I think that would have been dope. Dude.
It actually became a problem. I had to seal off one of the holes because there was mice coming out of it.
Yeah.
It
was a train tunnel. Now it's a rat tunnel. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Entry points because they're coming in from the woods, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking critters. Anyways, what else is new? You got something in the news? You got something crazy, Greg?
Well, I mean, there's stuff going on that's getting banned on Twitter. That manifesto came out from the Nashville thing. Did you guys see that? I saw a thing where she said that she wanted to kill all the crackers or something like that. There was something to that. I mean, we're on YouTube, so you got to be sensitive with what you say.
I'm talking about saltine crackers. You can say saltine.
You can't say crackers?
I think
you can't say the K word.
Well, I'm talking about the CR.
Karen?
Karen? Oh, that.
You can't say Karen?
The K-I-double-L.
Straight to jail. That one is
straight to jail.
Yeah.
Straight to jail. Yeah, so I don't know. I've read the manifesto, and it's pretty messed up, dude. If it's real, and like, how does Crowder get this? You know what I mean? Like, how does he obtain the actual manifesto?
I don't know. I didn't even know it was from Crowder, honestly. Like, I don't pay, I just don't pay attention. I just saw like a headline that said like it came out or was released and that, she wanted to off the saltines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The only,
you know what? I'm surprised no one has come up with this yet. Tranifesto.
Ooh, the Tranifesto.
Tranifesto.
The only manifesto I know about is Streetlight Manifesto.
Streetlight, the band.
The band.
Yeah. Streetlight.
Yeah.
Manifesto.
That's a good ska band.
I like Tranifesto though. Like that's not bad.
Tranifesto.
Yeah.
It sounds
proper.
It sounds like an infection.
Oh no. Yeah. He came down with the festo, the Tranifesto.
He's got a real bad case of that Tranifesto in his right leg.
Oh. Yeah. Might lose a lung.
Oh, God.
Well, is there something else to it? I mean, you obviously read a little bit more. Is there something else that we need to know about, or is it just a bunch of like crazy shit?
So, nah, I mean, they're trying to make it like this whole thing, like, oh, look at this anti-white ideology. Like, you can't be straight, you can't be white, like Christian, because this person, the person with the GUN was going after Christians, right? Going after white people, going after Christians. So they're trying to make it seem like, oh, well, look, they're targeted too. Christians are targeted. You can't just say that they're not a minority. Like Christians can be treated like a minority when you have these people going after them. Now, I don't know. I mean, if you look at all of these events that happen like this, I don't know if the Christians are being attacked on purpose in every single one of them. So they're kind of just really focusing in on this one.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to say that if you're, you change your gender, then you might have some mental issues. I think that's the main point that they're trying to say.
Really?
Really? I know. It's crazy. It's like, what? You want to slice off your wiener and you don't think that you have a mental issue? Like, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that all groups are targeted at some point or another. They're all targeted, you know. I don't know, man. I just feel like tit for tat. Like it gets old. Well, see, the Christians also, like, yes, absolutely, Christians get targeted. Absolutely, Muslims get targeted. Absolutely, transsexuals get targeted, and lesbians get targeted, and whites get targeted, and blacks get targeted. Like, I don't know.
Stop Asian hate.
Asian attacks. I mean, everybody does. Somebody's not going to like a group. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's not going to like that group. So
now there was part of the manifesto that said check parking lot for security, and people are pointing out, oh, gun-free zones, right? They don't work because that's the first thing that they're trying to do is, are there no guns there?
Well,
the security's gone?
Checking the parking lot for security doesn't necessarily mean it's a gun-free zone.
For sure. I mean,
but I'm sure
it just means look out for security.
I'm sure it does. Was it a gun-free zone? I'm pretty sure it was, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
Well, yeah, it was Covenant. Was it a church or was it a school?
I don't remember. It's been a minute.
Covenant. And the fact that it was called The Covenant, I'm like, ooh, that's kind of spooky.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
You know what I mean?
Keanu Reeves, bro.
Not a bad one, dude. Isn't he making a second?
This was at the school.
The Covenant. I was thinking of Constantine. I feel he's making a second one right now. I think that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
The Covenant was
Covenant. There's a military one called The Covenant. It just came out with
yeah. Right, with
what's his name?
The fucking old Sad Eyes.
Old Sad Eyes?
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man. He's got those sad
I don't want you.
Is that his nickname now?
I just, you know.
He was in Brokeback Mountain.
Well,
I can't quit
Donnie
you.
Darko, you know. Like every time I say it, like, because sometimes I'll forget his name, and I'm like, dude, it's
Sad Eyes.
It's a sad guy. And they're like, oh, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Old Sad Eyes. That's
Old Sad Eyes.
He's not even old. He's not even old.
Well, I mean, he's older than us, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, old Sad Eyes.
I feel like he's early 40s.
Who's that actor that played in the End of the World movie?
Yeah.
Oh, Old Sad Eyes.
Dude,
that's what it is.
Take
Mr.
5
Pinky
seconds.
Winky.
Take 5 seconds and just go Google his image. And every image, he looks like he's on the verge of crying. Like, that's how I've always thought of him to look. You don't have to really do it right now, but I'm just saying when you get some time, he always looks sad. And Donnie Darko, he always looked. He's the perfect.
Donnie Darko, he was meant to be like a depressed kid.
I know, but he always looks a little depressed. And even in The Covenant, did you watch that, by the way?
I haven't yet.
It is real good.
I love war movies, so I wanted to watch it.
I will tell you that the middle part, I'm not going to say anything about what it was, but there was a middle part and you would know when you see it. I felt like it went on a little too long. And I was like, I get the point, but we can speed this up a little bit. But he kind of had that same thing, man. That's just kind of his role. He's like angry and also kind of like sad.
I love how intense he always is in his roles, right?
Well, he's a good actor, man.
He is.
I think he's a good actor.
Have you guys ever seen the movie? He's in a movie called Ambulance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that?
Crazy movie.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Isn't Nick Cage
movie,
in
right?
that?
No.
Well, what was Nick Cage in? It was something like he was an ambulance driver in a movie. It was a weird name for the movie too.
Oh yeah, Nick Cage was in a movie like that.
It's like something happens at night or something. They only come out at night, something like that.
What was the one that he was in where he was it him or Ryan Gosling, man?
Old Sad Eyes?
Yeah, Old Sad Eyes. Was where he was like chasing the stories.
Bringing out the dead.
He was chasing the stories, like
the...
all the accidents, and he was like the guy that would like the paparazzi that would go try to find.
Oh, Nightcrawler.
Dude. That was
a good fucking
good movie, bro. That is.
Have you seen that one, Greg?
I think so.
That's a good one.
That's a good fucking movie.
Nightcrawler is a good one, dude.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Pete Davidson. He's also Sad Eyes. He's just sad. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just a sad person.
Yeah.
Like that guy gets a lot of girls, and I don't know how.
That's like raccoon eyes, dude. That's like you're on like some drugs eyes. True. You know what I mean?
Like you would find him in a dumpster. You know what I mean? Like a raccoon would be.
Yeah. Or under your deck or something.
Yeah. Under your deck?
Get out of there, Pete. I told you no.
God.
Damn it, Pete. Get out from under the deck.
Get the broom, honey. We got another Pete situation.
Oh, God.
Pete's back. Yeah.
Who do you think the best actor is right now? That's like under 30 or 40. Like who? Like not the big names. Don't name like the big ones. But who do you think's like the guy that's like they're really fucking good actors? Or maybe somebody that doesn't get a lot of respect. You know what I mean? Like, do you have somebody in mind? Like who's the up and coming? You know what I mean?
Coming? I don't.
Who are you thinking, Dave?
dude, I can't think of his name, but I actually watched this video the other day of this, and I've seen him in tons of. I can look him up here, but they were like, "Why is this dude not insanely famous? This actor, right?" And they're like, "He's in all these movies. Every time he's in a movie, he steals his role. Like he's just perfect for the role." And what was that dude? Philip Seymour Hoffman. So this guy to me has like a Philip Seymour Hoffman vibe. You know, where he was like in a ton of movies and he just didn't get the love that he should have got. It's the redheaded guy. And you know that movie, was it what's the one, like Date Night? Is that what it was? Where they play the board game, you know, where they're playing that board game and they go on the you know what I'm talking about? Is that what it was? With what's his face from Horrible Bosses and all that shit?
Oh.
What's that guy's name? You know what I'm talking about?
Why am I braiding for his name?
Yeah, I can't remember, dude.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
Damn it.
It's
He's
like I
also
didn't
the
prep
guy-
for Jeopardy, you know?
The guy that was also in the Ozark, right? That guy?
Yeah. What's his name?
Fuck, what's the chat? What's the guys in the chat? What's that guy's fucking name?
Oh, it's not Date Night. Date Night was...
He was in
That was Steve Carell, bro.
Game Night.
Game Night.
That's what it was.
So do you remember the neighbor?
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman. You remember the
AJ.
neighbor in Game Night? And he was the redheaded cop and he wanted to be, or like he's kind of like reddish, blondish, you know, strawberry blonde, red hair. And he wanted to join them and he was like a loner. That dude. Like he is in so many movies and he fucking is actually amazing at every role he does. And he's in he's in comedies, he's in dramas. Where's he at? Where's the redhead guy? Come on now.
This guy?
No, that's not him. He's funny.
You mean he's a younger kid?
I mean, I don't know. What the fuck's his name? What's the neighbor's name?
Is it Billy Magnuson?
Is that him? Scroll down. Billy Magnuson? That might be. Where's he at? Yeah, hit that real quick. Nope, that's definitely not him. Damn.
I mean, I'm just looking at IMDb here, but I will tell you, just younger actors, Tom Holland for Spider-Man.
Tom
I think
Holland.
he's really good.
Tom Holland.
I really like Dylan O'Brien.
Jesse Plemons.
Jesse Plemons.
Yep, Jesse Plemons. Just look it up. Jesse Plemons. Yeah, what's his face that you just said is fantastic. I think he's huge.
Tom Holland.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Jesse Plemons. Yeah, he was on Breaking Bad, too.
Dude, he is, when you really step back and look at all his roles, just go through his IMDb and look at what he plays and go, like, every time he's a character, you, like, notice him. Like, he steals the spotlight. Even on a small role, he just steals the role. He's really
He's got
good.
a memorable face, too. It's
He
like,
does. Philip Seymour Hoffman face, bro. Remember that face? You know,
dang, he lost a lot of weight.
He's a good character guy. Gets
Or
into
he
the
gained a lot of
character.
weight.
That's a
He
good
was
one.
in an episode of Black Mirror,
Yeah.
and he played this creeper who was like this captain.
That movie.
He was the boss, right, of this like tech place. But he would put his headset on and he would go into like this virtual environment where he was Captain Kirk.
Mm.
And the whole thing was about Star Trek, and he was in charge of the whole like Enterprise and all that shit. USS Callister, I think, is the episode title. Really, really good episode. You guys should check
a
that
kid that I actually really liked, which he's probably not even a kid. He's probably older than I think he is. But he did a few really good movies, and I haven't seen him in anything since. He was in, you guys ever watch Maze Runner? Dylan O'Brien. That's the main guy in Maze Runner.
I never watched
And he was in a movie called Love and Monsters.
Mm.
It was like an apocalyptic movie. And then he had to travel through and like find his girlfriend or whatever.
Yes.
That kid. I really like that kid.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Paul Walker.
Yeah. The other guy's Warm Bodies. Remember that? Warm Bodies and Renfro.
Oh,
Or Renfield.
yeah.
That kid, I really like that kid too. Damn, dude. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones, man. I mean, I feel like every time you go to an actor and you're like, this is the guy, they're always like 50. You know what I mean? They're like older. So you're naming people that have like, I'm just saying like, what's his face that you were saying? The fucking Spider-Man kid.
Tom Holland. Yeah.
That kid is
Tom
like,
Holland.
I mean, there's no way that kid's not he already is huge, but I'm saying when he's 50, he's going to be just massive. He's going to be one of the greats, you know.
I heard that he doesn't want to do Hollywood anymore.
Yeah, maybe.
Really?
I mean, he's you know, hanging without
I heard that
Zendaya.
there's a lot of stuff going, like he's like, there's the whole scene and down there, I'm not into it.
Yeah, I heard that. I actually did see that. I did see that.
Yeah.
Logan, thank you so much for that super chat, dude. Y'all schedules these podcasts so I can watch now. Yeah. Yeah. Late, dude. This time change just fucked me up a little bit. I gotta be honest with you, dude. Shit. I thought they were getting rid of this shit.
What?
I thought the time change was fucking dumb.
Wasn't that like a thing that they actually put forward? Like, we need to stop this because there's no point in the whole
never
1
went
hour
through.
back thing anymore.
Yeah, I think Marco Rubio was one of the lead drivers on it, but yeah, it just never went anywhere. And I did see that there was a couple states thinking about like just totally wiping it out.
Well,
and I think
New
Texas
Mexico
was one of them.
New Mexico doesn't do it right. New Mexico, they don't do time change.
Arizona does not do it. I think New Mexico still does.
Do they?
There's no point.
Hawaii and Arizona do not do it.
There's no point anymore.
Well, I mean,
There
it's a
hasn't been
farming
a point.
thing, but
There hasn't been a point to it in a long time. Like the way farming is done now, like that's not needed. I feel like.
It says on a 22-18 vote, the Democrat-led Senate approved a bill that would keep New Mexico on daylight savings time throughout the year.
Okay, so New Mexico is no longer participating in it.
But see, it doesn't. I mean, they passed it, but like, are they doing it? Because on the radio they were saying that New Mexico doesn't do it, but I haven't heard that. I actually haven't heard that they stopped yet.
Yeah, it's called Lock the Clock. That's the whole frickin' oh, what are we doing here? No can crack, a bottle pop.
Danielson,
Okay,
thank you for that
bottles,
super
bro.
chat. He gave $5. He says for Greg to do emo hair.
So, dude, you guys missed it.
Did you?
I said I would do emo hair if Dave does.
I don't have hair.
That's the point.
I mean,
but
I will grow my pubes out and do emo dick if you want.
Ooh.
But Danielson said that he would send you a wig. And, if Chris does the emo hair and we all just go emo for one show.
Tonight will be the night that I will rise for you. And that's my dick.
I'll have to grow my hair out again because I just cut it.
Did you?
You
shortened it up, dude.
It's short now.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
it's
it
pretty
was
short.
like long where I would go like this and it'd be like down to here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that would be perfect emo hair.
Your hair right now looks very 1880.
It would cover the eye.
It's very like you can
I just walked in from like
like gravestone
the blacksmith
shit.
shop,
like Tombstone era.
Like I own a farm and I'm Amish.
Yeah. Like you would say something like
Blackstone.
"You better back up, boy," and you have your hand on the trigger. That kind of a vibe.
Like I spit into a platoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that guy say? You ain't my Huckleberry.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer's character.
Val Kilmer. Yeah.
You ain't my Huckleberry.
Dude, he
won't be
killed
my
that role.
Huckleberry.
Killed that role, dude. That was such a good one. Such a good one.
He died, right? Val Kilmer?
Yeah. No, he's still alive.
Are you sure?
He just did Top Gun.
Hmm.
The new
He
Top Gun.
died in Top Gun.
He was in the new Top Gun.
Okay. Maybe this is
because he was dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's still alive, bro. 63 years old.
Val Kilmer. What a name.
63
You know what I mean?
going on 90.
I mean, how can you not be famous with a name like that?
Yeah. Well, that's why I think Van Holem. That guy has to be famous. Or like a vampire, something to do with vampire hunting.
Or a vampire.
Dude, he does. He does have, and that's his real name, dude, I think. Val Edward Kilmer.
Yeah, that's his real name.
That sounds like
Usually celebrities change
old.
their name to
They
sound
do.
cooler.
Dude, remember we
Yeah.
talked about this shit? Remember fucking, what's his face?
Nick
His real
Cage
name?
changed his
Nicolas
name.
Cage.
Yeah,
dude.
Nick Cage. That's not his real name.
It's a dorky name, dude. There's some bad names. I
Nick
get it.
Cage. It's like he watched or like played Mortal Kombat and just wanted to be the Cage guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to be Nick Cage.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, what was his real name? Because he came from a famous father, right? And that's why he changed his last name.
Nick Cage?
Yeah.
It's a fucking weird name.
I forget what.
His
Nicholas
dad was a
Nicholas
famous
Kim Coppola.
Oh, yeah. He sounded like
Coppola.
a mobster.
But Kim?
Yeah,
A
dude.
little weak, dude. It's a little,
Yeah.
it's a little
Then
bit.
you-
Oh,
If your name is Kim, you have to be a gangster.
Well, because otherwise you get your ass kicked.
Yeah, you have to be the guy in the mob that is the ruthless one.
Yeah. Yeah.
is it a mobster?
I mean, he kept his first
With the
name.
name Coppola, you're definitely
Is
in
it
a mob,
Coppola or
dude.
is it Coppola or how the fuck do you say
It
this?
doesn't matter. Coppola, you're in a mob.
Yeah. But I mean, it's an Italian name, right? Or something? Like
Italian mob bosses.
I know,
bro.
but it's just like every
Coppola.
Italian sounds like a mob boss. Like
Or he
Coppola.
owned like at a restaurant.
that's true.
Or
It
he
could be
was
that.
like in a pizzeria.
That's like a stigma that it's hard to live down, dude. If you're Italian, you're like, you got that name and you're like, bro, I'm not tough. Okay. I'm not a gangster. I'm just Ricchio. You know what I mean?
I am not cool.
Yeah. I'm just.
Dude, I had no idea Nick Cage was married to Lisa Marie Presley.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah. For a while.
What?
Yeah.
Danga. Okay.
She married
Coppola.
Michael Jackson.
Coppola
right?
is the name. What were you guys saying?
Didn't Michael Jackson, wasn't he married to Lisa Marie Presley?
Yes, he was.
So did Nick have sloppy seconds?
It might have been because this was from 2002 to 2004.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
2004.
Oh, yeah. Because Michael was like in the 90s, bro.
He's like,
Yeah.
I want to feel.
How do you follow the king of pop, bro? The king of
The king of pop and everything.
That's how you follow.
the king of pow.
You follow him there.
Oh, God.
And now you like, I want to feel what the king felt.
He
Oh,
did,
yeah?
Do you think he did it just to have a little king in him? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, oh,
I'm gonna do what kings do.
the king of pop was in this. And I'm gonna
when he orgasmed, he went, he grabbed his crotch and did a little,
Ah, dude.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
He could moon dance afterwards.
Lisa Marie was like, not again. Not again.
He literally just goes,
He moonwalks backwards.
He starts doing the Thriller dance.
Dude, you know what? I always thought
Mouth.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out, dude, always seemed like an orgasm moment. Remember when you hit the guy and he goes,
oh yeah.
That's what it looks like when you come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you like bob back. That's a fucking good game, dude. Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
Dude,
man.
actually,
Wow.
you bring up a good point because there was Super Punch Out on Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really fun game.
Yeah.
But the first guy's name was Gabby J. And it took me until I played the game when I was older. And I was like, oh my God. They just swapped the first letter of the first and last name because they took Jabby Gay because he was like really feminine, dude. He was he's like, hey, I'm going to hit you. Ow. You know what I mean? And so they took Jabby Gay and made him Gabby J. It was fucking hilarious. And it only took about 3 hits to knock the guy down. I mean, it was...
that was a tough game.
He was the
I
first
remember
character.
playing
That was a tough game. Like, I remember at the time, you're like, how do you fucking beat this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was.
Did I beat it all the time? I nailed it.
Dude, no.
I would like...
It was not
I would
for me.
set my records, and then I'd have to try to beat my records, and that's what how I'd play the game.
Getting that fucking energy out of you.
Yep.
I thought the hardest game for me to beat was that fucking Donkey Kong. Like the, what was it? Where you getting what was it? N64?
Yeah. Where you got in like the rail car.
The rail
thing?
car and shit?
Yes.
That part wasn't
Yeah.
the hardest, dude.
No, just that game.
Oh, the game.
The game was
got
real tough.
pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Got real tough. But
Actually, they made that for the Switch. It's pretty fun, too.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I was
bad.
strolling through some videos and that game popped up. And they were talking about this one level that's like really tough, and it was really tough.
In Donkey
But
Kong.
isn't it weird though when you hear the sounds and you haven't heard them for 25 fucking years, but you hear the sound? Well, it's just like the coins or the bananas, like when you collect the bananas or jump, like the little,
yeah.
and you're like, oh, and it brings you back immediately.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's just
how
like
that
the
can
Sonic
happen.
the Hedgehog coin sound. When you collect the coin in Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm like, oh, I'm back.
Yeah, dude. Fuck. It's weird how that's imprinted in you.
Mm-hmm.
You know
I
what
mean, I spent a lot of time in Donkey Kong. I remember playing that. Was the boxing one on Super Nintendo,
Nintendo.
or was it regular Nintendo?
Super.
Wait,
Nintendo.
the boxing one?
Isn't that what you
Mike
guys were
Tyson's
talking
Punch
about?
Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Tyson. Yeah, so the regular one was on regular Nintendo, and then
Yeah,
Super Punch Out was on Super
Yeah.
Nintendo.
I don't remember which one I played, but I just remember like the boxing, and then the uppercut was always like, and then it stood there for a while.
Yeah. And you turn pink and shit when you start getting winded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got those years ago. They came out the mini consoles, the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo mini consoles. And so I bought each of them. And so I have those. You can just like, it's awesome that they did that. I'm so happy they did that. Where it has like fucking, what is it, 60 games or some shit on it. Donkey Kong's on there, all that stuff. It's fucking cool, dude.
Oh yeah.
And I played it and I was like, fuck, I still hate this shit. I still can't do it. You know what I mean? I just don't have the patience for it. You got bobbed at the right time and just not.
I don't know how true it is because I've never done it. But my dad told me, and this Could have been a farce.
Okay. He's lying to you?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I don't know I've never heard this from anybody else.
It's
Daddy
probably,
hole.
Probably a lie.
So he said like Super Mario Brothers.
Okay.
He said he would beat it and then it would just start over and everything would just be harder all the way through. And the game was actually never ending because it would just continuously get harder and harder and harder.
So it's like Tetris. You beat one game and then, or you go to the next level and then it's just like a harder, faster level.
I don't know
Or
if
it's
that's
like
true.
master mode in Zelda. You know what I mean? You could play in easy mode. And then once you're done with that, next thing is master mode. You just got to go
Yeah,
master mode.
He's saying that it starts over even like on the end part. Like
yeah,
on the expert.
no, you go back to the first level, but now
Everything's
there's more
harder.
things that can kill you.
Yes.
Was he starting on
I can see
beginner
that.
mode?
I don't know.
Because if he started at like the beginner level, you know what I'm saying? Like if you would have beat it, it would have went up to like medium hardness and then hard. You know what I mean? You usually do like a master or fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like expert
Different
mode.
difficulty levels.
He said he said he never actually got to see the end of it.
Hmm.
He said he got far enough to where literally everything was killing you.
I feel like there's an end to it. Like I feel like I've seen it. Maybe not though. I don't know. That's a good one. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I don't think I've ever seen the end of the first Mario Brothers.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I looked this up though, like 23 most difficult Mario games ranked.
Mario games?
Yeah.
Is there even 23 Mario games?
Yeah, dude. There's a lot.
Hmm.
There's a lot. I'm going all the way down.
people in the chat are saying it's like that's true. That's real.
That's true, Chris. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so you start it over and it just gets harder.
It just
Mario
you go
Bros.
back to the first level and it's like now more things kill you.
Interesting.
Do you want to guess what's the hardest one out of this list of 23? Hardest Mario game?
I'm gonna say
I didn't know there were 23, by the way, but that's a lot.
The hardest game.
Super Mario. What's it? The third one? 3?
The third one I thought was the easiest,
Really?
but it's not. It's not number one.
Okay.
Out of just Mario games.
All the
Yeah,
Mario games.
all Mario. If you think of anything.
I only played the one game.
Hmm. What is
Well,
it? Craig?
I'll just tell you, it's Super Mario Bros. 2.
Oh, 2.
Yes,
Okay.
released in. Do you guys remember when that was released? What year?
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna say like 91 or something.
86, bro.
Damn, bro, it goes way back.
That was
man.
Mario Bros. 2.
The year I was born.
What was 3?
Yeah. Mario Bros. 3 is 5th,
Well, I mean, what year was that?
1988.
Wow,
So 2 years later.
Oh man, Mario Brothers go back way back.
No shit. I really thought it was like early 90s.
Yeah, me
But I
too.
guess that was like Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, Mario Kart. came
Yeah,
out.
Mario Kart was 92.
Yeah.
You guys
so-
remember Mario Paint?
Yeah, I didn't.
Mario Paint.
It wasn't my thing.
Yes, bro. You had a little mouse and everything. They'd give you a mouse and like a little like freaking mouse pad. And you got to play Mario Paint.
No.
And they had this fly swatter game.
Maybe I didn't. I guess I didn't play fucking video
Huh.
games back then. I guess.
I don't remember that one. You had me playing Parappa the Rappa or whatever the hell.
Oh,
that was.
yeah. Hell yeah.
And then we played
Kick, punch,
Frequency.
mine.
I think Frequency
Yeah.
was one. That one was a game that I'm still to this day shocked that they haven't recreated.
Frequency was
Yeah,
awesome.
It was awesome. I've
Never
actually
heard of it.
tried to buy it recently because I have the PS5 or whatever now. I was like, well, maybe I can get it and it's adaptable. It's not. That's the shitty part is it's not. And I wish it
Well,
was.
they made a second one too. But essentially what Frequency is you make, you take pre-loaded songs, right? So songs that are legit
Clips.
songs out there. I think Power Man 5000 was on there.
Fear Factory.
Fear Factory.
Yeah. They had
And they'd rip them apart. So you'd have like a drum line, or was it like, it wasn't segregated by instruments. It was like chunks of the song, right?
Well, it was there was like you were going down like an octagon tube or like a 4 or 5 sided tube, and each side,
like, yeah, Guitar Hero.
Well, no, it
Kinda.
was spinning, but like each side you could turn it, and like that track that you were on was like drum track, and you had like 3 or 4 loops that you could choose from. It'd be like, you know, and you could like push the buttons however order you wanted it to be in, and it kind of kept track of the beat. And then you go to the guitar riff, and you had a couple options, and you could
Yes.
chop it up how you wanted to. And so at the end of it, you create the song like Fear Factory, for example, is one that we did a lot. And at the end of the song, you could cut it your own way and then have this whole song, and it would help blend it together and make it like fairly smooth. And it was sick. It was fucking sick, dude. It was such a good game. And we had some rad songs, bro. There's a couple that we were like real proud of ourselves over.
Yeah, we're like, oh my God, this sounds like this should be the real song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was way ahead of its time. I mean, this was way before Guitar Hero or, you know, DJ Hero and all that shit.
I literally never heard of it.
It was PS2. I think it was PS2
something like that.
or 1. I mean, it was old. It was our old game, but it was cool, man. They're making Guitar Hero again.
Are they?
They're coming out with Guitar Hero again.
I mean, that might be.
Yeah.
They are.
Guitar Hero was fun.
It was a blast, dude. It was a blast. And it's going to sell. The problem is they try to get too fancy with that shit.
Yeah, they came out with a drum kit and all that shit.
Well, that was like Rock Band.
That was, the drum kit was Rock Band.
But Guitar Hero at the very last segment, the last game they put out, they came out with the new guitar and it had the 6 or 9 buttons on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it
too
got
complicated.
It got too complicated and the song choices got weaker. And everybody's like, if you just put out the damn guitar, the original guitar, like, you know, modernize it, but keep the original buttons and you put out a good track list, like 40 songs that were just really good, people would buy the fuck out of it. They're wanting it again. And that was my favorite game for sure. I mean, I played that endlessly.
Oh yeah, dude.
Endlessly.
I mean, there was multiple times because I lived in a house. I rented a house with my now ex-wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, and then my friend Guy and his girlfriend. We all rented a house together, and that's what we did every fucking night. Most of the time, none of us had jobs.
Yeah,
and we'd get on unemployment, or like the one of us would go to work, and when we'd come home, we'd fucking get drunk and we'd just play Guitar Hero.
Yeah,
that was our.
I
life.
know you weren't a huge fan of it, Greg, but I think that's mostly because.
Yeah, I mean, so my excuse was I would rather play the real guitar than a fake guitar. Okay, because I liked writing music back in the day. I'd write the songs, all the songs for our band and stuff. I'd write, so I'd like sitting there, but I did smoke a lot of the green stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'd get like real like into. Oh, I gotta. But
it's different.
You have to look at it differently. Like it's kind of like fishing games or hunting games or boxing. Or soccer, like anybody I think that is really into the soccer or the football games would rather play the real sport. But like, it's fun to like strategize on those things. You know what I mean? Like get better and you play some fun songs, dude. I get it though. Like playing real music like we did at the time was way more enjoyable. Like playing a show was way more enjoyable, but I still loved it. It was fucking rad. I don't know why they ever quit. I honestly don't. They were like the number one game. It was the number one.
Well, it's because they got too weird with it.
They got too weird.
People lost interest.
Yeah, they got too weird, dude.
That's the only reason.
Speaking of drumming, dude, Slipknot kicked their drummer out.
Really? Why?
Yeah, he just kicked him out like yesterday.
Why?
Musical differences. I don't know what that means.
Oh, no idea. He wanted to be a little bit more of a classical drummer? Like
he was much younger, so I have no idea. I mean, he was a talented drummer, don't get me wrong. And Slipknot, they're gonna get a great drummer, whoever the replacement is. But I like Jay Weinberg, dude. Like he was good. He was really good. So I don't know what happened. But all those guys are contracted. You know that. They're not owners of the band. Like they're basically hired to play.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? What do you mean? All those guys?
Corey Taylor and Clown, they own the band. Like they own it. So like the other guys are like
they're subcontracted out.
They're contracted out. Yeah, they play for them.
Very smart.
They play for them. And like, obviously there's members and I'm sure they have a bigger stake, the ones that have been around like Mick and shit. But all the new guys.
Did their original drummer get kicked out or did he kind of kick the bucket?
He died. Well, he died. But he got kicked out before that. He was having some complications, I think, some medical shit that he just wasn't able to keep up with. And then they had that, the long nose guy, whatever, and he got booted out and sued him and shit. But the reason was that he got kicked out. And he sued him, but they're like, you weren't a fucking owner of this band. Like,
you signed a contract.
Yeah. It's a
interesting
model.
That's a really smart way to do it.
It's interesting. I mean, you have to be.
Well, it's kind of a weird way to do it too. I mean, how did they start the band in the beginning? Were they like, hey, you clown guy, come over here. Yeah, you guys want to play in our band? We're just going to subcontract you though. So if we get big, no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah. What's his face? He basically took all measures. It was his band.
The Clowns.
Corey Taylor?
No, the Clowns. And he
Corey Taylor, I don't think was even the original singer.
He wasn't the original, but
Yeah.
he came in before they blew up. I mean, he was there before they blew up. But regardless, he set it up to where it was the direction of the band, the look, the way that they were, like the way they presented themselves was all of what's his face, Cran. He did the whole thing, and then Corey Taylor came in, took a piece of it, and yeah, I mean they're paid handsomely, I'm sure, but that's the issue is that like if they're like, hey, it's not fitting right, like too bad, bro.
You're not sounding or doing what we think is best.
And Jay Weinberg's been in the band for over 10 years, if you can believe that shit. It's been that long.
That's the drummer.
Jay Weinberg is their drummer they just let go, and he's been in the band since what's his face left, which was a while ago. So yeah, I don't know. It's sad. I love that band, but they'll find somebody else, dude. I mean, it's not the end of the world. But.
I mean, if I was ever to start something like that, that's exactly what I would do.
Yeah, I mean,
why not? That's the simplest way to mitigate all the fucking extra bullshit. This is my band. I contract you to play drums for this band.
Yeah.
So as soon as I don't like the work you're providing me, you're done.
Getting people on board with that would be difficult. I think that would be the hardest thing. Because why would you invest?
Especially when writing the songs, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
unless they don't get a part to, and I mean, you may have your part, like you're doing the drums for it, but that doesn't mean you're not being told what to play.
No, I think they choose what to play. And that's where it gets weird is like, because Jay's been on the last 3 albums.
I wonder if their contract when they sign up for this, if they
get royalty or something.
Now they get royalties.
Maybe.
Because they
probably do.
Because they were part of the creative aspect of it.
At least for that album or those songs. Yeah, I think they do.
It's interesting.
That would make sense.
It's a different model. You don't see that. You don't see that a lot.
But it's very business oriented.
Well, yeah. And Sean Cran is like interesting cat. He's definitely like thought of everything in the very early stages.
Yeah.
Even he directs the videos. I mean, he does all of it, man. So it makes sense. It's just sad. He was a cool. Jay's a great drummer. I mean, let's be real. He was a fucking great drummer. So
it's funny. It's weird to have a guy that's like the guy in all aspects of the band.
Yeah.
Except for when you are the band, you're not the lead guy.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to like.
You're saying like
you're the head guy. You make all the decisions. Everyone comes to you for everything.
Yeah.
Except for when you're performing, you are not the guy everyone pays attention.
It's like
you are not that guy.
It's like Pete
Wentz,
the bass player for
Pete Wentz,
Fall Out Boy.
Oh yeah,
Pete Wentz.
Yeah.
Well,
he was like the cover guy for the whole band, and it's like you do all the interviews. I'm like, he's the fucking bass player. What?
Yeah.
Get the singer up there. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Dave. Maybe you were the bass
player. I don't know what. I don't think he has a role in the band of like he owns anything more than anybody else, but like he was the face of the band.
Oh yeah.
Which is just a better looking guy.
Yeah. And the girls loved him. Right. And the rest of the band were like, yeah, they're fine. But like Pete Wentz, people went crazy for Pete Wentz. So they just said, we got to put you in the front of the camera, bro. It is a weird concept. Because you have bands like Andrew WK. You remember Andrew WK?
Oh, yeah.
When it's time to party, we will party. That guy wrote everything.
Yeah.
He created the entire thing. He wrote all the music and then hired people to play for his live shows.
But his band is called Andrew WK.
He is Andrew WK.
Yeah, I know. That's his band name. It's not like Corey Taylor is not the band name.
What I'm saying is he recorded, if I'm not mistaken, all aspects of the music in studio. Like he did everything.
Yeah.
And then just like when the band would tour, he had his live band.
Yeah, same with Beartooth. That's how Beartooth is too.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, that's how I heard that too.
What's that guy's name? Shiba?
I don't remember his name.
Something like that. Yeah, he writes all the shit. He does all the vocals, backing vocals, guitars, bass, drums.
That's wild.
All of it.
That's wild.
And then when they tour, he has a band that comes and plays for him. He's done interviews where he said, if you come see us, if it doesn't sound exactly like how things are supposed to sound, is because this band doesn't play it. This is a hired band to play the shows. I write and play everything on the albums.
I mean, Kim Dracula was doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
what's his name that we interviewed? Tommy Vex probably does that now, right?
His new shit? Probably.
Yeah, his new shit.
Yeah.
Well, so I looked up this article about like why they parted ways with Jay Weinberg.
I don't think they.
And this is a quote. This is a statement.
Yeah, I saw
Slipknot
the
is intent Slipknot is intent on evolving.
Yeah.
The band has decided to make a creative decision and part way with Jay. So, like, what are they going to evolve into? Are they going to be a little bit more solid, or are they going to be as erratic as they've always been?
I mean, I thought Jay stepped in perfectly.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. But who knows? I mean, listen, I don't think you ever know, like, what happens, you know, because you hear them or a new record comes out or you go on tour, but, like, you're talking about every day of the week. You're dealing with a person, right? Like, who knows if they just didn't see eye to eye? You know, did he want to do more than what they wanted or less than what they wanted?
Yeah.
And that's, listen, I get it. At least it wasn't like other situations where they were kicked out for other things. I think Jay's a good dude and clearly talented. He's going to be in another band, like, no doubt about it. You know, so
could you imagine going for this audition, trying out for Slipknot? Or how does that even work? Do they just look at a virtual tape and be like, hey, dude, I like this guy. Let's bring him in, see if he can play with us?
No, I think they bring him in, like, actually bring him in.
I think you would have to.
Yeah, that would be so nerve wracking.
Well, do you remember watching Metallica do that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
With
they
their
made a
bassist?
whole show about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, they had all kinds of dudes, man. All kinds of. They had fucking Twiggy from Marilyn Manson he was trying out. They had fucking, just tons. All these people of all these, like, fucking great bands. And it's funny because when you watch it and you as a bassist, right? Like, I recognize their tone and just kind of their style, especially Twiggy. And it's weird because they're playing it to Metallica and you're like, that just doesn't sound right. Like, he's great, but it's just not right, you know? And that's like even Metallica like back in the day when they tried out fucking Les Claypool from Primus. Like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, that would have never worked.
That would have not worked.
It would have never worked. He's just too weird. He's too fucking weird.
Can you imagine, like,
From Primus?
Yes.
the new Metallica album comes out and all you hear is boom.
Well, he went
My name is Mud.
he went to school. He went to school with what's his face? Kurt, whatever. The guitar player. He went to school with him. And this
Kurt
is
Cobain?
no Kurt. What's his name? What's his fucking name?
Kurt Russell?
Kurt Hamill. Is that his name? The guitar
Oh,
player?
yeah. Metallica.
So they went to school with him. And so somebody was like, hey, this guy Les Claypool's a fucking insane bass player. He'd be perfect. And he tried out. The story was that Metallica, they came out in an interview years later and said, we're just basically like, hey, listen, you're too good. Like, you need to do
too good.
You need to do your own thing. Like, it's not for us. You know what I mean? It's too much. It's too good. You know, he later came out and was like, they never told me it was too good. They were just probably like, I'm weird. And that's what it was. But he went on to do Primus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's its whole other fucking generational
Huge
band. I mean, like him or not, like, they are a generational band that's like huge, right? So worked out in their favor, really, at the end of the day. But they got that Trujillo guy.
AJ says, I've seen Primus. Les Claypool is a weird dude.
I've seen him two or three times, and fucking phenomenal, right?
Does he have his own guitar?
Bass? He's a bassist.
Like, brand, though, I'm just saying? Like, the Les Claypool
They
brand
probably
of
make one.
guitar
They probably
line or
make
bass
one specialty for him.
He's got a unique bass, but I don't know that he has his, like, I'm sure he has like a model, but I don't know if it's like a different, completely its own thing. You know, like a lot of bands have like their model that they use, but it's like the same body as every other guitar. It's just like painted differently or
like a Les Paul, and then it's
Yeah.
different, a little different, but or a Gibson, and it's a little bit different.
That's a band that if you haven't seen them, like whether you hate them, like you need to see them because they really do blow your mind. Like it's so yes, it's so like out of the norm of what your ears are expecting to hear. It's weird. It is so fucking bizarre and so weird, but yet you're like, where this guy's alien, bro. Like this dude's an alien. Like this is not something a normal human comes up with. You know what I mean?
Well, that one song that was super famous and it was on the Tony Hawk video game.
Yeah, My Name is Bud.
Right. Yeah, My Name is Mud. Even
My
just
name
that
is
song
Mud.
You know, like,
yeah,
he's just tapping.
My name is Mud.
Jerry was a race car driver. He was
Yeah.
Right? It's
You
like
know?
he's like a freaking auctioneer up there, like 75, 75, 75, we got an 85, we have a 95, 95, 95, 105.
It kind of
Like,
like
what?
they had that song like Winona's Beaver or something, or Winona's Big Beaver.
Oh, yeah? Yummy.
Yeah, dude. It's a talented band, dude. I saw them like it was on Family Values like 2000 or something like that. It was like fucking Primus and fucking Limp Bizkit. It was a weird. They never fit in. That's the problem with them is they never fit in with that era. They came out that album like 2000 or 2001, Anti-Pop, and they went on tour and they were like Limp Bizkit, Filter, And it was just like they always stood out. They were on Ozfest.
Oh yeah, they
stood
did
out.
the South Park theme song.
They did the South Park
Yeah.
theme song. Why known as Big Brown Beaver? AJ said that's right. That's what it was.
Big brown beaver.
South Park was huge for them. Clearly,
I don't even know the words. I just know the
Going
rhythm.
down South Park,
I just know like
I
I remember logging into Tony Hawk and it's like yeah. I'm just like
They had that bridge.
all
that was
I know.
heavy as fuck, though.
yes, they do.
They
are
what?
heavy.
What'd they have?
A
That bridge that on that My Name is Mud. That bridge.
Oh,
Damn,
yeah.
It's fucking. And he just like the way he like steps around the stage, like it's just weird, man. It's weird. It's so good though. It's so
Maybe
good.
they are aliens.
I mean, he's getting old, dude. I just saw him the other day, and he's like real old looking. You know. Anyways,
Older than Osborne?
no, no. He's
Ozzy's like almost 80.
no, he's not. He's like early mid 70s, which I thought he was way older, but he just
Ozzy?
yeah. I think he's like 74 or something, right? Is that what it was?
Oh yeah, we did look it up the other day.
He like there's older. Like remember Steven Tyler was like a year older
yeah.
or a year younger, and Steven Tyler looks better than him. So somebody did more drugs than another.
Well,
You know?
clearly, Ozzy's done more drugs than everyone.
Dude, I heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, name a person that's probably done more than Ozzy. I mean, come on. That guy's
I heard
that
this.
guy's seen other worlds.
I'm gonna look this up real quick because my grandmother-in-law told me something about Axl Rose.
Your grandma.
She saw some news.
Gunner?
Oh god,
Gunner. That's his name.
Or whatever the hell. What's her
Digger?
her nickname?
Digger.
Digger. Yeah. Gunner.
Yeah.
Oops.
Was it her?
What?
You don't know what'd she say?
I can't.
What
remember.
about Axl Rose, bro?
She was saying like he's joining. Okay, it was okay. Axl Rose. I think it's fake. I haven't verified this, but she's like she read this article that said that Axl Rose, was like Jimmy Buffett's band.
Mm-hmm.
That like he passed away obviously recently. And she read that Axl Rose was going to front their band so they can continue the party, is what they said supposedly. But I'm like, that is not even in the same field. Like that can't be real, right? Like Axl Rose singing Jimmy Buffett songs just makes no sense at all.
Nah,
Plus, I mean, Axl Rose tried to come back for a while, and he sounds like shit.
he does sound like shit. He looks like shit too.
Yeah.
You guys seen that guy?
Yeah.
See, this is Madhouse Magazine. I don't know if it's real, dude. No, yeah, it's fake. Yeah, it's fake. I gotta tell her. 'Cause
Coral Reaper band.
She was like, why would they do this? And I'm like, I don't think they're doing this. Like,
yeah,
there's
that
no
would
fucking
not
way,
happen.
dude.
His voice would not fit. At
Yeah, I
all.
like how you just opened it up, Dave, and you probably looked at the picture that I'm looking
Yeah,
at right now.
yeah,
You're like,
I
oh
do.
yeah, fake. It's fake.
But
It
hey,
looks fake as fuck when you look
But
at
here's
it.
the thing, though. And like, if you go back into like a realistic aspect, like this is how they get you. Because obviously I didn't verify it, but she was telling me the other night, she's like, did you see this yet? Like she was pissed. She loves Jimmy Buffett.
Mhm.
And so do I. And I'm like, no, like that doesn't make sense. Like like just but she, she's older and she's like, I just can't believe it. They can't replace Jimmy Buffett, and people,
Yeah.
I'm sure there are people that were like, heard it or saw a tweet
the same thing. They're like, what in the fuck?
and they're like,
Dude, there's so many people that fall for that. It's the same thing that happens with the whole like freaking Q stuff. Like there's so many like the Pope was arrested. Shit's going down at the White House. It's like the same shit, dude. It's like these triggering articles that just start these
Yeah.
misinformation.
I mean, Guns N' Roses just put out a new song, dude. They're still putting out music.
Javier says, I'm lost with all these band names and musicians. Oh, young Javi.
Oh man.
You
Yeah.
have much to learn,
That
young
makes me
Javi.
feel old right there. You don't even know who Axl Rose is, bro?
I mean,
Yeah.
never one of my favorites. Got to be honest with you. Never.
No.
Dude,
Never
I
was.
loved Guns N' Roses. Guns N'
Yeah.
Roses were my one of my top faves
No shit.
when I was growing up.
That was my
Guns N'
brother's favorite
Roses.
band.
Yeah. And then Nirvana.
Ooh.
Metallica was up there too.
Metallica was a big one. Is that because
yeah.
it wasn't your parents though, right?
So like my dad had a couple of like mixtapes that he made for me, and like Firehouse, Damn Yankees,
Yeah.
but John Bon Jovi
Oh god.
and
Wow.
Guns N' Roses were all on that. And I'm like, I don't know who this one fucking band is, but I really like them. And it was Guns N' Roses. So like I went and bought out Use Your Illusions 1, or I
Yeah.
bought Use Your Illusions 1. And I really wanted Use Your Illusions 2. And I remember my parents wouldn't let me buy that one because of like the profanity and shit.
Yeah.
And then years later, I finally got it, and because I really liked the Terminator 2 song because that was on the Use Your Illusion 2, and I was like,
I feel like that's
really
where it
want
comes
that
from, though, right? Like you when you're young and you don't really have a mind of your own yet, like your parents, your dad or your mom,
you
know,
just listen to what they listen to.
They have something that sticks with you, and like that's why I was asking was that the reason for Guns N' Roses for you? Because that was what was yours, Chris? I mean, your dad had one that like was just implanted in your brain.
AC/DC, bro.
AC/DC. All right.
Yeah, on the track list was usually AC/DC, Ozzy, some Pink Floyd here and there. Yeah,
AC/DC was not my jam either, dude.
my dad's seen AC/DC like 5 times.
dude, I heard so much AC/DC over at Sean's house growing up. Like that's all his dad listened to. Like I'm not even fucking kidding. Like it was just all AC/DC.
Yeah. I feel like
I heard it all.
It's like sacrilegious to say anything against them, but my dad liked them and we listened to them. But that was like,
what about Led Zeppelin? You guys ever? My mom had that on all the time.
You gotta let the lead out.
Yeah,
I keep the lead just locked away. It's not my thing, bro. It's not my thing. It's not my thing either. It just wasn't for me.
Listen out.
Well, listen, he plays this shit. Like he would play this stuff, right? AC/DC was in there, and I just was like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Def Leppard, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
That was my mom. Def Leppard, Amy Grant. My mom was a huge Amy Grant fan, dude. Ace of Base. I had a lot of Ace of Base, But my dad, the ones that really stuck with me was definitely Jimmy Buffett. We listened to a lot of Jimmy Buffett.
Tom Petty for me,
and
too.
Pink Floyd. Tom Petty was a big one. Even though I love Tom Petty, it's still not somebody I listened to. My brother he got sucked into Tom Petty. But yeah, Ted Nugent was another one that like,
dude, yeah.
I mean,
he was in the Damn Yankees.
Yep, yeah. But yeah, I mean, Metallica. It was just like Metallica.
I was
Pink
never
Floyd,
into Metallica, really. I mean,
I heard
Master
of
of Puppets. I mean, that's different. Everyone likes Master of Puppets. Puffets?
Jimmy Buffett, Puppets.
Yeah.
Puppets.
But I mean, that's the only like song that I really even care about from Metallica is Master of Puppets.
When they came out with their Black album, like my dad it was on repeat.
Yeah,
he had
same with me.
Yeah, he had the 73 Blazer, and he had take the top off. And back then it was like all about the stereos, and he had the 2 subs in the back. And I'd get out of school and I'd see his black Blazer sitting there jacked up and shit, and it was just cranking fucking Enter Sandman and shit. Like the whole fucking
yeah.
And I'm like, I think I remember that.
Enter Sandman too.
CBG and fucking
I remember
Monticello,
that.
Dude.
You're like, it's like, oh, there's Dave's dad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Just rumbled everything.
His dad was.
Yeah. Don't, and it was just cranking. I was like, oh my God. But I would get in the car.
You were embarrassed?
Well, I mean, it was embarrassing because he just would crank it up in the fucking car line.
Yeah.
It was a little bit, yeah. Like, because my dad always.
But now
stand
that you're older, now you get to do that shit to your own kids.
I don't know.
Why though?
I don't know.
When Van wouldn't get it, he wouldn't give a shit right now.
Yeah.
Like if I was playing any kind of music, he'd be like, "Hey, play this."
Yeah.
But I mean, later when he starts becoming more of a teenager, I can't wait to play music and just embarrass the shit out of him.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait.
Dave should just roll down his windows and play the "Proud to be an American," and his mouth free.
Yeah. I'm like the guy from the Office Space where he's like rapping and then he rolls his window up when the car gets next to him. He's like, turns the music down. I don't know. If I do that all the time, I'll have the music cranked up, and when I get to a stoplight and there's somebody beside me, I'll turn it down.
Yeah, I try to.
I try to be respectful because I hate when a car pulls next to me and they're fucking, especially when they're shitty subs and they sound like shit. It's just like, and I'm like, it's so
but that's
annoying.
different. When there's,
what I do? I just lay on my horn, bro.
Oh my God.
I'd rather hear my fucking horn than that shit.
God.
You would do that.
I'd be like, what? He's looking at me like, is there a problem? I'm like, I don't know. Is there a fucking problem? Turn down your music.
Dude, the whole way home today from work, I put on 90s hip hop. And I was just going through the list and I'm like, God damn, there's some good stuff, dude. There's some good shit. Wu-Tang and fucking. Wrong. You can't. It was a good era, dude. It was the golden era of hip hop and rap. But there's so much good music, dude. There's so much good music. It's how do you possibly keep up with everything? It's impossible.
Dude, yeah.
It's impossible. Anyways,
I think that's it, guys.
Yeah, good show, good topics, fun time.
Shooting the shit, dude. It's fun, man. No school tomorrow for the kids, so
Yeah,
they're just fucking hanging out, dude.
Yeah,
Chilling.
I don't know what
Election day.
Election day.
That's what they said. Some election day or something. School board elections.
Yeah, tomorrow's election day. It's November 7th. It's election day here too.
Oh, for what?
Local shit.
Yeah.
You guys, come on now, kid with the program.
Well, to be fair, we just moved here. So
I don't know anything about what's going on around here.
Our ballots are being.
Find out who your mayor is. Find out
They're
who's
being
your congressman.
used up in Austin right now. Somebody's fucking pocketing that shit.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, true.
Greg, good hearing from you, man.
Yeah,
And,
buddy.
Chris, same to you.
Cheers, brothers.
Cheers to everybody. Hope you have a good Monday, and we will see you on Hump Day.
Yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button while you're watching this show.
Yeah.
Head over to any kind of audio platform you listen to anything ever, and we will be there. Listen to it there too.
Absolutely. Thank you for the super chats as well, guys. See ya.
Later.
Peace.